You don't need LUTs and you don't need plugins. In today's video, I will show you how to create beautiful filmic looks in DaVinci Resolve completely from scratch using only DaVinci Resolve's inbuilt tools. And just to clarify, I am not against LUTs or plugins. I actually use a bunch of them for my work. And if you are interested, I have some great options linked below this video. But a lot of you have been asking me how to create a look without relying on extras, just pure grading step by step, so this is what this video is about. Let's start. And we'll be working with this AUDIIO free clip. This is before it was converted to Rec 709, and this is after. I've converted it using DaVinci Resolve Color Managed. If you watch my channel, you know that this is how I like to work. So these are my color management settings. I'm working in DaVinci Wide Gamut as this is the widest color space, and my output color space is set to Rec 709A as this color space is designed for standard computer displays, and I know that this is what most of you are using too. And if you want to master color management and other things, check out my course under the link below this video. And now, when we have our clip and the project settings prepared, let's go straight to grading. And no matter how sophisticated look we want to create, we always need to start from the primary color correction. So today I will use for it only 3 nodes. So I will hit Option S and I will create 2 more nodes. And I will label them as exposure, contrast, and balance. And let's start from the exposure. And I will use my primary wheels. This clip is quite dark, so I will start from gain and I will push it up. And then I'll balance it with gamma. I will make it quite bright. We can always go back to it later and make it darker. And now let's move to the contrast node. And here I will use the contrast and the pivot sliders to add more contrast to my clip. Like this. Perfect. And now let's move to the balance node. And here I will also change my parade to the vector scope. And if you have finished my course, you know that the clip is balanced when this trace is perfectly in the middle. So this time I will use the offset wheel, as this one adjusts the whole clip uniformly. I will push it towards cyan and green just a tiny bit to move our trace. I hope you can see it. And now we are done with the primary correction. This is before and after. So we can finally move to the look development. And now let's take a short break and let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, AUDIIO. If you are tired spending endless hours searching for the perfect track for your projects, AUDIIO gives you access to a huge library of royalty-free music and sound effects. But the real game changer is their new feature, Hans AI, your personal music assistant. You just type in what you are looking for, like moody ambient music for a night scene, and Hans AI will instantly recommend music that matches that vibe. It saves time, keeps your workflow smooth, and helps to focus on what really matters, creating. So if you are ready to stop hunting and start creating, check out AUDIIO with the link below this video. And for the initial look development, I will need 2 parallel nodes. So I will hit Option S and Option P, and I will label the first node as Look Development, and the second one will be the Adjustments node. And here, as teal and orange grades are very popular, and also I do really like that mysterious contrasty look, and this clip is very suitable for it, I will add some teal to the shadows first. And I will use the Lift color wheel like this, pushing it towards green and blue. And this is what we've got so far. This is before and after. But now let's zoom in as I want to show you something. I want you to look at the blacks over here. I hope you can see it, that by introducing our look, we have also added too much teal to our blacks. And we need to fix it, as what characterizes good color grading most of the time is clean blacks and clean whites. So the way to fix it is to go to the adjustment node over here, and now we'll go to the log wheels, as they are more precise than the primaries, and let's zoom in a bit more. And now let's push the shadows in the opposite direction to teal, like this. And now look at before and after. we've cleaned up our blacks. So now let's also zoom out and let's see our initial look, before and after. I do really like the result we are achieving, but this is just the beginning. And now we'll move to one of the coolest tools in DaVinci Resolve 19. And what is best, this tool is also available for the free version users. And this tool is called Film Look Creator. I will also tag in here my older tutorial where I'm explaining how the Film Look Creator works in more details. And I really want to show you how I like to use it for building my looks. So let's get our Film Look Creator from the Effects tab. Okay, and this is a default result, before and after. It doesn't look good at all, it's just exaggerated. So I really wouldn't recommend you to use default settings. And I will show you how to use it to get nice subtle changes. So first we will change the preset from a default 65mm to clean slate. And clean slate means that we have to build our look from scratch. We have no changes applied yet. So what I like to do first is I like to use one of the looks available in the Film Look Creator. So first, let's move the Film Look Blend slider maximum to the right. And now we have our core look set to cinematic, but this is not the core look I will go for. My favorite look is called Rochester, and this is our before and after. Just look what this look does to blues and reds. It transforms blues into this nice cyan color and also mutes our reds, again before and after. And then here we also have a skin bias slider. And the way this slider works is that when we move it to the left, skin tones are treated more like the rest of the clip and they shift more dramatically with the applied look. And when we move it to the right, Resolve preserves the natural color and tone of the skin more aggressively, preventing it from being overly affected by the film look. Okay, and now we will skip all of these other settings. And as we have a lot of lights in the clip, we will go straight to the halation, as this effect will help us make the lights pop nicely. So let's turn it on. And this is before and after. Look at the lights on her outfit as well. This effect really makes them pop nicely. And now let me zoom in and let me show you why we should use the highlights only mode over here. So let's deselect it and look at the face and the body of the girl when we are increasing the amount of the radius of the halation over here. You see it gets blurred as the halation affects also the midtones at the moment. So it gives us that very unnatural vintage blurry look. We don't want that, so always keep the highlight only mode on over here. You see, the halation effect looks way better when it affects only highlights. Now, sometimes I like to use grain or bloom, but today I'll keep my clip quite sharp, so I will skip it as well. But I will also add a vignette from here to sculpt our clip a little bit. Here in the corners, this vignette is very subtle, so I like using it. And here we can also adjust the amount and the size of the vignette, like this. And this is our before we have used the Film Look Creator, and this is after. So you see our grade is getting more defined and elegant. I really love it so far. And what I want to do is I really want to push this look even more. I want to achieve more of the separation, and the tool I'm going to use for it is the color slice. And here I will also link one of my older videos where I'm explaining very thoroughly how to use it. But first, let's create two parallel nodes and let's label them as skin and cyan separately. I want to target these two elements using separate nodes. This is how I like to work. And we will start from the skin. Here we can preview the selection. And we can also turn the highlight mode on to make it stay. And first I will adjust the center of the selection a bit. Okay. Now I can turn the highlight mode off. And then I will decrease the density as I want to make the skin look bright. And I will also adjust the hue and the saturation. And this is before and after. Just a tiny difference, but this is definitely enough and makes skin tones look a little bit richer. So now we can move to cyan, and this time I'll make it darker as I want the attention to be focused on the protagonist. And I will increase the saturation and this is our before and after. Just look at the difference. And now I also want to add some extra pop to the lights over here. So I will add another serial node. And here I will use the effect called Light Rays in DaVinci Resolve. We just need to grab it from the Effects tab. And now we will adjust the length over here. And then I will soften it a little bit. And then we can also adjust the brightness. And this is the result. And now let's zoom in a little bit, as I want to show you that this clip has got quite a lot of noise. So we can remove it by applying the noise reduction. And we should always use the noise reduction on the very first note before grading, as this is how it will work best. So now let's just grab the effect from the Effects tab. And here I will just increase the luma and chroma threshold to around 20. And this is before and after. And now let's see our final grade.